Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's weekly market update for the week of October 24th, 2016. Now, quite a buzz in the media over the last week with articles citing either price corrections over the next 12 months or price moderations over the next 12 months. And so what I thought we'd do with all this confusing information is make sense of it, or at least try and make more sense of it, by looking at what's happened in the Metro Vancouver region over the last 10 years and understanding what previous factors have contributed to increases and decreases. So that and more coming up right next. So we're almost through October, and certainly there's a lot of changes in the marketplace. Let's jump right into it. Since the beginning of the month, we've seen 347 condos list on the west side of Vancouver, with 209 of those condos sell. So an increase for both demand and supply week over week. However, our total listing count really hasn't changed at all. It's still 877 condos on the market. So we are seeing a bit of an increase in activity, but the overall activity is quite stable. If we look at our Metro Vancouver regional map, demand figures, they have increased week over week right across the board. 60% demand on the west side of Vancouver, 69% in all of Burnaby. So we are seeing quite strong demand figures and slightly increased demand figures week over week. However, these numbers are still lower than what they were just a few months ago. Now, over the weekend, quite a few articles have come out, picking up on one specific report that came out last week, citing price decreases. Other articles came out saying more moderate changes, and others saying that there's going to be no change at all. So, which is true, and how does it affect you? It's really difficult to decipher through everything and all the opinions that are being placed out online, in the media. A lot of these are from very credible sources, but what it does come down to is to really understanding the facts and understanding how it affects your specific situation. So what I thought we'd do this week is we'll look at the last 10 years of market activity and see what factors in the past have contributed to changes. And so this graph that you see right here on your screen shows our 10-year home price index performance over the last 10 years. And so right at the beginning there in 2008 and 2009, we did see our first little dip on this map. And of course, what happened 08-09 was the world financial crisis, where we saw a 14% decrease over the course of 9 months. And then over the following 12 months, we saw a recovery right back to where it had left off about a year and a half earlier. Now, what's important to note in 08-09 is that there was an economic external factor that came into our local marketplace and caused that rapid change and then recovery. Between 2010 and 2014, it was quite stable in the marketplace. We basically flatlined. We saw at most a 3% dip and at most a 2.5% increase in the market. But in March 2010, as well as in January 2014, the prices of a condominium in the Metro Vancouver region was at $373,000. So absolutely no change during that time. And then from about the beginning of 2015 all the way up until August of this year, we saw rapid growth. We saw a 28% increase with 20 months of consecutive growth. So a lot of changes happened in that period. More recently, what happened was that we had a lot of policy changes come in from government. We've spoken about that in previous videos, and a lot of us are very well aware of those. And that is what has caused right now a lot of participants in the market to stand on the sidelines and see what's going to happen, both buyers and sellers. Now, the facts are these policy changes are most likely here to stay, and so eventually those do become the new norm. Participants in the market will just have to work with the rules of our marketplace. So it is a bit challenging to really understand what's happening in the market when you're reading various articles. My suggestion to you, whether you're buying or selling, is to get yourself educated by sitting down with a professional who specializes in your marketplace. If you have any questions about how current changes are affecting you, whether you're buying or selling, I'd be happy to help any way that I can. You can reach me by calling or texting at the number right below. And of course, if you'd like more assistance, do reach out to me. I'd be happy to help in any way that I can. Now, if you like these videos, I do hope you like my Facebook page as well. We do post every single week, so I hope to see you here this time next week. Take care. Bye-bye.